morning, everybody. Good morning. Awesome. Woo! Well, welcome in. Guys, you are right now at Wallace's, the greenhouse over in Homosassa. And to my right here, I've got...
I'm Tina from Surfaces Flooring.
Okay, well, Tina and I decided, hey, you know what, let's get together and make some salmon for the holidays. We'll be doing a fennel crusted salmon. After that, we'll be doing a beet cured salmon. Ooh.
I like it.
Now, why am I doing this? Because it's the holidays.
Thank
it's just
you.
going to be something fun to do. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start off with fennel crusted salmon. What we're going to be using is coriander seeds and some fennel seeds. What we do is you take that, we put it inside of a spice grinder, we take it out, and we get this one here, our special coriander and fennel blend. Now, to go ahead and make sure that we're okay with that, or we actually have to build the flavors on top, because coriander is more like in the cilantro family. We do have to add salt and pepper to it. With that, we will be searing it face down in some great olive oil. This one's imported from Greece. It's a first press, so if you guys ever want to try it, it's really, really good. When you're here at the restaurant, just ask me for some. Salmon's on everyone's table during the holiday. So I've decided we're going to cut the salmon into two different ways. That way we can go ahead and multi-purpose the entire loin. We're going to grill this side or sear this side, and then we're going to finish it off inside the oven, 350 degrees to bake it. And then this one here we'll be curing. When it comes down to the curing process, allow yourself at least 48 hours for it. And notice I am using the tail end of that. That way it'll actually cure a lot faster.
Is it that it's a smaller cut?
Oh,
so
absolutely.
It goes through easier? Okay.
Let's put it this way. See this guy right over here? Mm-hmm. It tapers down because this is towards the tail of the salmon. So this will absolutely cure within 24 hours very easily, maybe even as much as or as less as 16 hours. Mm-hmm. As far as in the middle section over here, you're going to talk.
And that 1 inch kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. You from the area?
I am.
Oh.
I am.
I'm not.
I was born and raised in Tampa. I've lived here in Citrus County, though, since '96. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just a minute.
How do you like it?
I raised my family here on purpose.
Well, I'm relocating here from the islands, so.
Oh, good. We're glad to have you.
Thanks. All right. Hot pan, hot oil. Here we go. At the last possible minute.
Why do you wait so long to put the salt on? Does it dry it out like it does with a chicken, or does it enhance the flavor like it does with the beef?
The reason why is yes, it does enhance it, but there's no reason for me to go ahead and put the salt on ahead of time. Mm-hmm. If we do, we're just going to be extracting all of the moisture inside of the fish. Oh, regular kosher salt would be fine on that. So there we go. Kosher salt, black pepper. Let's move this guy over to the side. And then this is our little blend. Now,
it's nice and thick on there, too.
Oh, absolutely.
It gives you that crust.
Yes. And don't worry about not excessively amount, but just put on a good amount. It will fall off. Mm-hmm. What does not stay on, so you'll be okay. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it. Now, give it a quick turn. Opposite side. Please make sure you go ahead and you season your fish on both sides. Or else, if not, why even bother? Unless you've got a really great sauce that's actually a little bit higher in sodium, like say you got a soy sauce or something like that you can be pairing with it, or yeah, anything that's more of a darker sodium-based sauce. Then just do it on one side. All right, that should be it. I think we are ready here, guys. Now, let's lay that salmon in. Oh, hot pan, beautiful noise. This is a Faroe Island salmon straight from Denmark. Butchered him up this morning.
I watched it get delivered. It's extremely fresh.
It's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's
do you always use skin off on both sides, or do you prefer skin all on one side and when you're preparing this?
Great question. All right. If it's for home, I will do it skin on. Okay?
Skin on.
Yes, I would do it skin on. If it's for here at the restaurant, I'll just take the skin off one time and done.
Is it because it's easier to work with at home, or why do you leave the skin on at home versus here?
When you leave the skin on, you will get an extra oiliness on top of the fish.
Okay.
Some people like it, some people don't. Now, if you are cooking a fish, searing it like this, and you are using a skin-on fish, make sure you cook it on the skin side first, then flip it over. The reason why is, imagine the oils right now. If I had the skin side right here on top, you're heating it up, all those oils are dripping. Sorry, with these guys, they turn off if you take it off. So the oils are actually penetrating, seeping down while it's heating up. You don't want that. What you want to do is flip it over, cook it on the skin side first, then on top of the belly side, and then finish it off inside of your oven. Why? You also get a crispier skin that way. The next thing too is if you were to cook it this way, and then, oh hey, we almost ready. Imagine the skin was on top right now.
So it's only turned white for about 1/4 of an inch there, right?
Well, yeah, you could do that. Absolutely. Yeah,
Just
that's a
looking.
great little way to indicate it there. Now, what you could do is if we actually brought this, we could give it more of a bronzy color. If I let it stay in there just a tad bit longer.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah? What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah.
Now let's talk doneness of fish. Some people like it really well done, scorched, forget it, make it a hockey puck. Please don't do that to the salmon. Go at least as far as mid-well, no way past that. Other people like it more on the rarer side. If you got fresh salmon, absolutely go ahead, do it on the rarest you can. It's great, there's not really much of a problem on that. Unless it's like farm raised, I'd rather go wild caught if I'm gonna be doing it on the rarer side. Right now, I'm not sure if we can see this. We can? Well, let's do it this way.
You've gone a little less than a 1/2 inch all the way around, so just the center is still pink.
That is correct. It is completely rare or raw. It's not even starting to be rare yet, right there in the middle. Now, if I wanted this to be mid-rare, I'd probably stick inside the oven for about 4 more minutes, and we're talking 350, 375, 4 minutes, that's it, take it out, you're good to go. I'm gonna finish off by putting all these guys, thank you, Dip. I'm gonna finish off by searing them off here. Oh, don't forget to add a little bit more oil if you need. Once you start going 375 and higher, the oil is gonna be almost to the smoking point, because smoking point means it gets hot enough that it goes on fire. Technically it's 400 degrees depending on the type of oil that you got, but try not to, if you have an induction burner, 375. If you got a gas burner, do it on the medium high.
Tell us a little bit more about the olive oil that you're using.
It's a first press olive oil from Greece. It's based on Kalamata oil. I've actually had it's a lot of flavor on that one. Very, very floral.
It's very thick. It seems thicker than some of the kinds you've seen in the grocery store.
Absolutely. Now, the reason why it's also thicker is because it has a lot more of the olive inside of it. So the flash point or the fire point of this oil will be a little bit less than at 400 degrees, which means it will burn the product very quickly, very fast if you don't pay attention to it. Now, please don't be afraid of making a few mistakes in between. If it burns once, scrape out the pan, get another pan, try it. Just take care of your fish, make sure everything's all right. Ooh, yeah. Another thing too is, let the fish go ahead and do the talking for you. The same way how I'm grabbing the fish or trying to lift the fish off, if it doesn't go on its own, if it's not if loose by itself, just let it go, let it go. The fish will go ahead and do it on its own. Absolutely.
Is
Sorry.
that an indicator of being done then?
Well, on that side, at least now you've got a good crust on it. So yes, that's how the fish talks to me. I'm ready. Yeah. Depends on the day. Or the wine, yes. Or the night before. Okay. All right, guys. She's ready. Now we're going to be sticking that inside the oven. We're going to go to about medium on top of that. So let's give that 6 minutes inside.
Okay.
While that's cooking, we're going to go on to the beet cured salmon. All right, have we had gravlax before?
Would go good at.
Yeah. All right, well, this version now, we're going to use salt, we're going to use sugar. Yeah, go for it. Oh, I'm sorry, I have it right over here.
Did you already go? You did not.
Yes, I do have it. Okay, we're going to use salt and sugar and grated beets, okay, to go ahead and do it. Sorry, I got a little distracted earlier. Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk gravlax first. Scandinavian recipe, what they do is they take salt, sugar, dill, fresh dill, lemon peels. They make a crust on top of the salmon, and then they go ahead and they just cure it. The curing means they just let it sit. They let it sit for that same 24, 48 hours, sometimes as much as a week, depending on how thick the salmons are. In this version, we're using beets because I like the color. It does not give you a extra sweetness or an extra earthiness. It just has a really, really great color on there, because then you have the red from the beets going into the orange salmon, and you've got almost like a pinkish color for the skin. We'll get there. So this is how we do it. Salt. Yep. Let's get rid of these guys real quick. Oh yeah. Ooh, let's get rid of you. Here we go. Anywhere you want.
Gotcha.
Okay. First of all, I'll just make sure she's clean. We're good to go on that.
No cross-contamination of their spices.
Absolutely not. Earlier today, I decided to get some beets, and all these are just grated. Just straight grated beets. That's all they are. So, best way of doing this. Get yourself a nice little pan. Give yourself a beet bed. You know what?
Are those fresh beets?
Fresh beets, yes. Sorry, the thought process when I was asked to go ahead and do this was make it holiday related. So usually people have a lot of root vegetables, and beets are one of the major root vegetables. Even as a child, I did not like to have. So in doing so, I was like, oh, okay, what's something I don't like to have? What's always laying around? How can I make it fun without eating the beets? So that's where this recipe came about. Okay, so we put down the bed. Sugar.
So it's sugar. Okay.
Yep, this one is sugar, and this one is salt.
Okay.
Yeah, that easy. Now, yep, put a little bit of black pepper on top. Okay, just like that. And we're just gonna put it on top of the beets, like that. Now, let's talk sushi for a second real quickly. It's very typical that sometimes when you have sushied salmon or some of the other fish, that the fish is actually cured before you get it. Okay, and the way that they will cure it will be with kombu, which is seaweed, which, believe it or not, actually has some sodium inside of it and a little bit of sugar on top. So they will actually make a mix of either salt and sugar or maybe the kombu seaweed with the sugar, layer the salmon in between on both sides, and it actually firms up the fish. That way you get this really great, delicate flavor, and you're just like, oh wow, why does this fish taste so much more amazing than that salmon I just had the other day that was whatever. It's got a little bit of a cure inside of it. Now, let's talk about the curing a little bit more. Moisture comes out during the cure process.
Okay.
Okay? When that happens, you're now taking the salinity of the product itself, making salt water on the outside, and that's helping to cure it and draw the excess moisture inside of the salmon out. Make sense? Okay. Anyway.
And so you do the beet bed on both sides, so you don't have to worry about flipping it or
That
turning
is
it or anything like
correct.
that. Okay.
Absolutely. Now, at this point,
It's gonna sit for a while.
oh yeah, I'll put a piece of plastic directly on top. Put another pan on top, put a little bit of a weight, stick them inside of the refrigerator. And then when family comes over tomorrow, I've got myself some cured salmon that can go on my gravlax, my bagels, or on my salad, just like that. Da, 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 da. It's done. We are 24 hours later. That easy. Okay, now, this is what the product looks like after it's sat, it's been pressed, everything else like that. This is the product after
This is
we've
so
rinsed
pretty.
it off. Okay?
Reminds
Really
us that
real nice.
years ago, beets were used to dye clothes. That was part of the dyeing process for like our Native Americans and stuff. They used things around them to get those pretty colors, and beets was one of the things they used.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Transfers.
hey. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So yeah. Yeah, it just looks really great.
Pretty.
Here we go. Yes. So all you do, this is the primary, just peel this all off, give it a quick rinse. All right. What do you think? All right. Now,
Throw the beets away.
oh, absolutely. I can't think of a good reason or safe reason to use them again afterwards.
Especially if you're not buying beets.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no, no. Absolutely not. Okay. I'm going to take that cutting board that's right over there, please. And we're going to go ahead and slice down the beets just so we have a great look at it. And then our salmon should be ready. All right, guys.
Okay.
Moment of truth. So, real quickly.
So you always cut at an angle. Why do you cut at an angle?
The thinner I cut it, the easier it is to chew.
Okay.
And that goes for all fish. All right. Let's go down over here for a bit. All right, we are on the thinner side, so It does take a little bit more of a redder hue on this side.
Isn't that pretty good? It's all the way through like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That's beautiful. What's your favorite brand of knives?
I don't. Yeah, it would be.
Sharp.
Just whatever sharp.
Now, how long is that good in the refrigerator?
You probably have about a week on this.
Okay.
Now you can always freeze it.
Oh, you can freeze it?
Oh, absolutely. You will lose some texture to it, guys. But hey, it's better to go ahead and freeze it than to lose it completely. And doing that also, it's great on top of some salads. Yeah. All right. I think that should do it.
Nice.
Yay.
That's
Here we go.
pretty.
If you'd like to.
Take it around.
Yeah, go for it. Enjoy. All right, I think we are ready for our other salmon to come out. Okay. Straight out the oven, we've got a really, really great bronzy look on top. That's what we're looking for. Something you can do to the salmon. If you're a fan of maple syrup, go ahead. Put a little drizzle of that at the very end or something like that. This type of salmon really likes, or it really blends itself with both sweet and salty at the same time. So anything along those lines, go ahead, experiment with it.
Versatile.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've even played with cranberry and mustard, and with that combination with the salmon too.
Yeah.
And it goes really, really well for it. Okay. Ooh, yeah, definitely,
Honey,
definitely.
yeah.
All right, now if
And
you're
get a
gonna-
local honey. Local honeys are the best.
All right, where do I get local honey here?
Local honey, Bush Pest Control does local honey.
Okay.
And
Shout out Bush Pest Control.
shout out to Bush Pest Control. That's where we get ours, and it's wonderful. It helps with your allergies.
Yeah.
It's just really, really good.
Oh, that makes
Good
perfect
sweetener.
sense. All right, I'm definitely going to find that one now. I moved here 6 years ago, and it was to the state of Florida. And all of a sudden, I just had allergies out of everywhere. I was
need
I was
local
like, how
honey,
in
yeah.
the world? I never had this down on the island. Why all of a sudden do I have it now? Yeah, then we started having some of the honey that's over there in Ocala. Oh, it's really, really good.
Oh yeah, it's important to get your local honey because that's going to be your local allergens.
Right. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that at all. So, when you can. Yeah, I think that's it.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
Okay.
Pass it around for me, and then
Pass
we
it
are good to go
around.
on that. All right, guys, we've got our fennel crusted salmon up next. Enjoy. All right, well, guys, thank you for take one.
Round one.
We'll have take two in a minute or two. Woo!